Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to Free Coaching Friday. I managed to get both Facebook and Instagram up and running at the exact same time, so I'm getting better. I'm learning. So welcome everybody to this edition of Free Coaching Friday. My name is Shana Recker. For those of you guys who may be new to my page or to my Instagram, I am an online business coach, mindset, all things online business. I love to help people build their own online businesses and mentor you through that process. So that's who I am. I have two actually online businesses myself. And this one being this is my coaching business. And I also have a network marketing business. So I love that a lot of the questions I get for Free Coaching Friday, some have to do with network marketing and some have to do with online business. So I love that I'm able to answer both for you guys. So if you're just joining me here, welcome. Let me know you're here in the comments. And good morning, Tasha. Wherever you are, it's morning. Here it's afternoon. I'm in Ontario, so I'm not sure where you're coming in from, but I have a few questions I want to get through today for you guys. Some of them came through on Instagram and some of them came through on Facebook. So I've collected them all here and I'm going to answer them for you. Now, if you're watching this and you have questions about building a business online, ask them and I'll give you my best tips and advice from what I know in my own journey of building my own businesses online and the coaching and mentoring that I've had, and the books that I've read and all the different things. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's dig in and get started. Okay. So, Janine's in Ontario too. Hey, enjoying the warm weather, I hope. It is finally starting to get warm here, which I love. Okay, so the first question that came in my Facebook group. So if you are not a part of my Facebook group, make sure you jump in there. You can find it on Facebook. It's called Online Dream Hustlers with Shana Recker. I just recently changed the name. We're shifting and moving and lots of awesome things happening this year, but you can absolutely go in there, jump in, and we do a lot of fun stuff in there. So this question came in through the Facebook group. And the question was, this person was saying about how excited they were to be coming back to their business after a bit of a hiatus, but trying to figure it all out. And what do you do? Now, this question has come up twice for me. So I'm going to just refer, if that was your question, refer back to the video I did last Friday, because I definitely talked about it there, but I will touch on it quickly here as well. My advice to you guys that are coming back into your business after being away on a hiatus is, what did you do when you first joined your business? What did you do the first time you started? What were the things you did? You probably connected with your upline. You probably had some meetings. Now, this is more of a network marketing question. You probably had meetings with your upline. You probably created a list of names that you knew. You probably started reaching out. You probably launched your business somehow. It's the same thing. If you've been away from your business for a while and you are wanting to get restarted, don't overcomplicate the process. It's the same things that you did when you joined your business originally. Yes, you may have some people that you've already talked to about your business when you first joined, but that's okay. You can always go back. People leave for many reasons, you guys, and there should be no weird feelings about that. You can talk to your clients, past people, and say, listen, I know I've been away from this for a while. Life kind of shook up for me and I didn't have a lot of time to invest in it, or for whatever reason. And I'm back, and I just wanted to see if there was anything I could help and support you with in this place, right? Like, be honest, be open, and just do the things you did when you started the first time. And that's really all I want to say to that. Here's the other thing. I'm actually sorry. There's one more thing I am going to say on that. Is what is your mindset around you restarting? Because this is a huge thing. I wrote down, your mindset can go two ways. One, you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm restarting. This is harder than it was the first time. This is more of a struggle. I feel weird, or I feel shame, or I feel those things. You can choose that mindset in restarting and go down that road and make it difficult for yourself. Or you can choose the easy road. Like, hey, I've done this once already. I can do this again. Like, people know me for this. This is going to be easy. I'm going to be able to reach out and reconnect, no problem. People know that I was doing this before. So you have a choice in how you decide how this restart is going to go. So you make that choice, right? So choose either the struggle and the difficulty and the this is going to be painful, or choose easy. It's really all you've got a choice, right? So always choose easy, right? Make it easy for yourself. This is going to be easy to re-enter back into your business. Okay, so that was the first question that came up. It was a great question. It's come up a couple times, so I think a lot of people, if you are struggling with this, let me know. A lot of people are struggling with this, where they've stepped away from their business for a while and they're coming back in, And this is what's going on for them. These feelings are coming up. So great question. So this is the next question that came in, and this one was also from the Facebook group. This is another one about being in a new city. So kind of similar concept, but you're in your business, but you've moved to a new city, and the people in that city don't seem to be as interested in your product, okay, as the city you were before. Now, again, you guys, I'm going to bring this back to mindset, because you moved, you are feeling maybe a little bit vulnerable because you don't know anybody in this new town. And so you may be feeling frustrated because these people that you're asking or talking to about your product are giving you some resistance. And there could be multiple reasons as to why that's happening, because maybe they don't know you like the people in your other town did. Who knows what the reasons are? But again, there's a choice here. There's a mindset choice. I'm going to share this little story with you guys. And I love this story, and I think it totally applies to this situation. So the story goes like this. And if you know this story, give me a thumbs up or a heart or whatever. Because there's a story that goes like this. There were two shoe salesmen, and they were both sent to this new town. And these two shoe salesmen go into this new town, and the one shoe salesman's looking around, and he's like, oh my gosh, nobody wears shoes in this town. Nobody wears shoes in this town. And he calls his shoe company. He says, you guys got to send me home right now. Nobody even wears shoes in this town. Like, this is no good. I'm not going to do any business here. And then the other salesman looks around, and he sees that nobody's wearing shoes. And he calls his company. He says, oh my God, ship me every pair of shoes we have. Nobody here wears shoes. Right? And so one salesman saw a huge opportunity to take his product and like share it with everybody that was in the town. And the other one took it as a defeat, like, oh, nobody here wears shoes, so I'm not going to sell any shoes, right? It's a total mindset thing. So when you're moving to a new city and you're getting resistance, there could be many reasons why. It could just be you've got a streak of people who are just maybe not interested. You've got to keep going. Right? And so you get to choose the mindset of you're in a new town. I often used to think about that in my own network marketing business. Like, gosh, some days I wish I could just pick up and move to a new city and meet all new people, right? Like, and just have this whole new resource of people to speak to. And yeah, it's going to take me some time to get to know people and people to get to trust me. Like, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if you are new to a city and you are walking in and asking people to take a look at your stuff and they don't know you from whatever and you're new to the town, yeah, it may take some time to develop those relationships. So just know that that's part of the process. But you have a choice to go into this situation with nobody wants my product, or I have a whole new resource of people that I get to tap into for my product and service, right? So you have that choice, and it's going to take time. It's just going to take time. So make the choice and then be consistent in your activity and just keep going until you find that one person that says yes. Right? So you've got to just keep moving and keep going and just go in with the mindset of abundance, you guys, abundance, and that there is going to be somebody, and always choose the positive side, because the positive side is always going to be easier. You're always going to have an easier way if you choose to think positively about your situation. So you've got to try and make that choice, right? And we all have streaks. We all have streaks in our businesses where things are crappy. We all have streaks where like 10 people in a row say no. Like, even the best of the best in their business have streaks like that. It's the ones who keep going after the 10 no's that are the ones who find the success. And that's just a known thing in this business, in network marketing, and I think in any business, right? You've got to be resilient. You got to keep going. You've got to just keep moving forward until you get the yes. So you can choose it as defeat and use the excuse that you're in a new town and that's why nobody's saying yes. Or you can just say, hey, like, that's just where I was at that time. It was just a streak. I got to keep going. This is a town of all new people that I get to tap into. So you get, again, to have the choice. So make the choice that's going to serve you in your business. And if you guys have questions as I'm talking, if something comes up for you, please just put it in the chat. I'm happy to continue answering questions even after I get these ones done. Okay, so, and I am going to be talking about the Facebook and Instagram outage as my last thing, because I think that needs to be addressed for all of us online entrepreneurs who are building our dream hustles online. We need to talk about that because it's super important. But before I get to that, I have one other question that came in through the Facebook group. And the Facebook question was about asking asking inconsistency. So I didn't really, I asked for clarification on the question because the question was, I just asking, it was their struggle. So I assume that means that they don't ask because they're fearful of asking. And here's the thing, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And like, that's just it. Like, if you're in a business that requires you to have a sale or a transaction, or somebody needs to buy something from you in order for you to make money, guess what? You have to ask for what you want. Bottom line. And more and more and more today, I believe that people want direct asks. They don't want all the fluffy, sugary coated copy text, all the things. They want to just know, what do you want? Like, I actually, as an example, this is actually such good timing. A friend of mine just added me to a group chat, okay? And it was this group chat because she's in a business that sells jewelry. And this company has this promotion going on these cute little earrings. And what she put in the message was brilliant. It was like, hey, these earrings are very similar to this Tiffany brand. They're on sale for this much money. These are the colors they come in. Do you want some? And it was so direct and simple. And I could easily read that and go, yeah, those are cute. I'd take a couple pairs, right? It wasn't like, hey guys, okay, so as you know, like, I've been in this business for a long time, and, you know, I was thinking about you, and I just like, you know, you'd be like, whatever, like, I just know your style, and like all this stuff before getting to the ask. I appreciated the directness of the ask because I'm busy. I don't have time necessarily to read through all the fluff. So if you're worried about asking, and you're in a business that requires you to ask for stuff, ask for business, ask for meetings, ask for try to sample, ask for taking a look, all of those things, you guys, if you are having struggles with the asks, then you are not in business. The asking part is the part of the business that you have to do in order to find success. And we have to be asking consistently. So you have to ask, be clear, no sugarcoating, just ask for what you want. People appreciate that. And here's the other thing, you guys, is that the asking gets easier once you start doing the asks. So if you're looking for motivation, if you're sitting there going, okay, I really need to do some asks for my business. I really need to move my business forward, and I'm trying to build myself up, but it's so scary. And then you don't do it, then you're just never going to do it. But once you start asking, and once you do your first ask and then your second ask, no matter how scary it is, guess what happens? The motivation kicks in, and it gets easier and easier to do the things that you need to do. It gets easier to do the asks. But if you're waiting for motivation to kick in first before you start doing the asks, it ain't gonna happen, sister. You've got to start doing the hard stuff first before it gets easier. And that is just the way that it is. So if you are in business for yourself and you have to ask as part of your business, then you have to make sure, like, you have to force yourself to do the ask. And once you realize that it's not that difficult to do the ask, like, once you realize you do a few and you're like, this is actually not so hard, you actually start doing more and you get motivated to do more. And in one sitting, you could probably do 15, 20 asks. And that's something you have to get yourself through the first ask in order to get there. So I hope that helps. Hey, Dina. Yes, California sunshine is waiting for me. I cannot wait. In a couple weeks, I am heading to LA. So excited to do a mastermind with a bunch of awesome entrepreneurs. And Dina, my good friend, is going to be there to meet me for dinner. Love it. Okay, you guys. So I want to talk to you guys about something really important. As you guys know, Instagram and Facebook shut down for a day, and I think it was like the whole world shut down for a day. So I want to address this as entrepreneurs. For those of you guys who are watching this as network marketing entrepreneurs, as online business coaches, as selling widgets, whatever the thing is that you do online, most businesses now, if you don't have an online presence, you're missing out. So most of us is probably, if this includes you, say I, comment, heart, something. But one of the things that I really think is so important, I did this poll in my stories, and I said, you know, guys, training lesson here. As we know, when Instagram and Facebook shut down, nobody could do anything. Like, we could barely do anything. Like, we could, I don't know what we couldn't comment on Facebook. You could barely do anything on Instagram. But this is so important, you guys. Instagram and Facebook, we do a lot of business on these platforms, but guess what? We do not own the content we put on those platforms. We do not own our followers. We do not own the people who are in our groups. We do not own anything that we put on those platforms. And if those platforms were to shut down tomorrow or today, forever, right? Yeah, Amanda says I couldn't even comment. You couldn't comment, you couldn't do anything. If those platforms were to shut down, like, for whatever reason, what do you have like that you own? That's your business. That's your prospects. Like for those of us who are in network marketing, we have our clients that we enter orders in through our systems, and we have those emails and all that stuff. And that's one thing. But all the prospects you guys have in your free Facebook groups, if Facebook were to go away tomorrow, you would lose all of those people. You would lose them unless somehow you collect their email address. You guys, owning an email list, my email list is the only thing that I own. And if Facebook and Instagram were to go away, you guys, I have over 2,500 emails that I have collected, and I'm going to share how I collected those, that I could still talk to, and that I could still do business with, and that I could still communicate with, right? So if you don't have an email list of people that you can connect with, that's a dangerous bit of business, because I know people who have had Instagram influence accounts, like they were Instagram influencers with 70, 100,000 followers, and they've accidentally deleted their accounts and like thought that they're like what would happen if Instagram just decided, you know what, forget it, you're done, shut you down, right? Like how do you collect those 70,000 people again without, you know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do? Okay, so email lists. You need to collect emails somehow. And here's the thing with emails, you guys. Emails are not easy to get anymore. When was the last time you just randomly threw your email address into something, right? We don't want our inboxes clogged up with all kinds of crap. I do not give my email address unless it is something that I absolutely feel I'm going to get value in. So you've got to think of email addresses like currency, because people don't want to just hand it over, right? They want to know, like, because we don't want spam. We don't want our inboxes full of crap. So the way that you collect emails is you have to give something of value in order for exchange of the email. So how this could work for, let's say, a network marketing business. So let's say you are in a health and wellness business, and you want to collect prospect emails that you can communicate with through email blasts and different things, right? In case Instagram and Facebook blow up one day. You could create something like maybe it's a 5-minute workout routine. Maybe it's a list of all kinds of different protein shake recipes. Maybe it's a 3-day meal plan, and somehow your product is added into that somewhere. Maybe it's if you're in a jewelry company or you're in some sort of company like that. Maybe it's like, the 5 trends for spring. Maybe it's some sort of list, some sort of action-based list that people will see value in, that when you promote that on your Instagram or on your Facebook, right? Or, like on your website, if you have a personal blog or anything like that, that people will want to exchange their email address for. So it's basically you create content that is easy for people to go, hey, that's something I would want. And then they give you your email address and you give them the document. Now, how you set all of that up, you guys, is a bigger thing. And I'm actually going to be teaching a class on some of this stuff on April 9th and 10th. So I'll give you the info on that in a second. But you guys can easily use things like Canva to create these action-based lists, these things that are going to help people in order that they're going to exchange their email address for that free thing. Okay, it's called a freemium, if that's the real name for it. And so like right now I have my freemium, and you can go in the link in my bio and you can get it, and it's the 6 steps to starting an online hustle, right? And so I give away what I know about setting up a business online in that freemium. Okay, and people will give me their email address in exchange for that information. So what can you create for your ideal client? You guys, this can't just be random stuff. You're trying to collect email addresses from people who could possibly be future clients. So what could you create that you can put out there in order for people to give you their email address, and then you're going to give them something back in return? And so that's a way to collect email addresses. And it's, for me, I have made different freemiums over my time in my online business that have been valuable content for people to want to give me their email address for. And so when, Facebook and Instagram shut down, I still have people that I can communicate with. And so it's just a way, like, is Facebook and Instagram going to shut down and go away? Probably not anytime soon. I hope not ever, because there is a lot of, we all use it. I'm sure that it's not, but it was a really important reminder this past week of what happens if your account gets shut down, gets taken away. They close your Facebook group. for whatever reason, right? So if you have a current Facebook group that's got lots of people in it that you're giving lots of free info and it's a prospecting kind of group, you could actually post a link in there and say, hey guys, we created this free thing, click this link. They put in their info, it gets emailed to them. And there's lots of platforms out there that can help you put that whole process together. So I think it was a wake-up call for a lot of us. You're right, Dina. I think a lot of people realize, holy crap, like my whole business can't live on something that I don't own. So my coaching business, I have a website, I have an email list, I have my courses and everything are on completely separate platforms than Instagram and Facebook. Instagram and Facebook are just places for me to be able to show up and share with people what I do and how I can help you. And that's what I use these platforms for. Everything else I have is in, I own the spaces and places where it is. So if you're interested in my online course or my online class that I'm going to be doing, I'm doing a free class on April 9th and 10th. I haven't really officially all launched this yet, but the registration page is open if you want to join. The link is in my bio. I'm doing the 6 steps to building your online hustle live. It's a 2-day class. It's going to be held in my Facebook group. So if you go into my link, you can register. I'm going to be giving you all the information about the different pieces that you need to have in place in order to start an online business, including things like email lists and like all this kind of stuff, freebie offers, and then the software that I use that I recommend in order to do all that stuff. So if that's of interest to you, you can either DM me and I'll send you the link. You can comment on Facebook if that's something, I'll post the link there shortly. But if you or somebody you know is looking to build an online business, whether it be coaching, whether it be selling widgets, whether it's, maybe you want to build a personal brand for your network marketing company, maybe you want to start a blog, any of that kind of stuff would fit into this. And I'm going to go through everything I know. I've done it. And that's why I know it. And I've hired people to help me figure it out. And now I'm going to give it to you guys. So if you want to be part of that, just check the link in my bio on Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to come at you with the link here very shortly. And I hope to see you on that class and we'll have some fun. So any other questions for Free Coaching Friday before I wrap it up? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. And I love this coffee mug. This is from my good friend, Lisa Banman. Lisa, if you're out there, I love this mug. It's so pretty. It's pink on the inside. I think I'm going to feature a new coffee mug every time I do Coffee Friday. Okay, guys, if there's no other questions, I hope that you have an amazing, amazing weekend. I hope you got some great value out of today's Free Coaching Friday. I love your questions. Thank you guys so much. And if you haven't yet, you guys go to my page, my Shana Recker page on Instagram, and make sure you get in the draw to win. Someone's going to win the $100 gift certificate for the Rock and Vibe contest. I'm so super excited about being an ambassador for this amazing company. I own tons of their jewelry. There's another piece there. And I'm giving away a $100 gift certificate. So you do that by going to my Instagram account, find the post, tag some friends, and let's give away $100 in jewelry. Awesome, Dina. Thank you so much, babe. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay, everyone, happy Friday. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you soon and watch for those links. Bye for now. Now, see, this is